Welcome to Vega's World. It's time to party. I'm your most excellent host, JC Vega, and I am joined by...
It's me, your sweet Katie G, the Music City Messiah, Kayden Greene.
In today's episode, we're going to be talking about one of the most popular children's sports movies of the 90s.
Ladybugs.
Yes, absolutely. The Mighty Ducks. In honor of, hockey, the NHL season's already started at this point by the time of this recording, well into the season, opening of the season. But still, it's October. Hockey's now.
It's hockey time.
It's hockey time. And this movie is a classic. Kayden Greene, do you have any memories of this movie as a child?
I do have memories of this movie as a child. So this movie came out in 92. I was 9. I don't think we saw this in theaters. I think this is that movie that I got on VHS for Christmas. Wore the shit out of it. I think we saw D2 and D3 in theaters. But the original Mighty Ducks, I think we got this on VHS. And this one got worn the fuck out. It was like a Christmas present. And I remember opening it up and being so excited because I loved hockey at that age. Like I was a huge hockey fan. Like, and
you were born and raised here in Florida, right?
Yeah.
That's
but
funny
I was a
too.
giant Colorado Avalanche fan.
Nice.
So, I started playing hockey when I was like 14, I think.
Yeah.
14 or so. And I had a Hofa helmet, and I only got it because Peter Forsberg had it. So I had to have the same one as Peter Forsberg from Avalanche. Yeah. And then I was a goalie for a while, and I was obsessed with Patrick Waugh. So I was like, Patrick Waugh is the greatest fucking goalie of all time. And I remember I even had a Patrick Waugh jersey at one point, and I remember getting so mad at people for being like, Who's Roy?
How dare you?
How dare you? It's pronounced Waugh.
Come on. You're not a hockey fan. Brother, I'm from Florida.
I'm from Florida.
This one I watched a lot on television. We owned D2, but this one I saw on TV. Like I knew of it and wasn't really big of a hockey fan, but this was definitely one like we watched every now and again. It was like, oh, cool, but like. I do remember the scene vividly. The one like when they first introduced Bombay to the kids. As one of the ones always stuck out to me from watching it as a kid. But
when Averman's like, just so you know, we suck, and he's like, I'll tell you who sucks.
Yeah, and like they're more shaking like the limousine. Fun stuff. And
Goldberg farting in the limousine.
Yeah. So that was my extent of it, but. Because I like the second one a lot more than the first one, but yeah. So watching the TV and just like, okay, this is a fun one. Let's dive right into it, shall we?
Yeah.
Steven, this movie initially though was not meant to be a Disney Channel movie.
Just a Disney movie. It wasn't a Disney Channel.
Charge. Yeah, let me put respect on the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, put some respect. This was way before
Disney Channel
Smart House.
movie. Yeah. This is
way before Xena. What was it?
Xena Girl of the 21st Century. Yeah, this was a Disney movie.
Yeah,
but originally it was intended to be just like a straight up like comedy drama. Like it was supposed to be more of a dark comedy because Stephen Brill, the writer, he's also an actor. He's been in a lot of Adam Sandler movies and other like comedies of that ilk. So like, but yeah, he wrote it initially as like it's an ex NFL player who became an alcoholic, goes against his rival as coaches.
Yeah.
And then, they couldn't sell it. Disney bought it, and they were like, yeah, make it funnier. They didn't say, like, hey, don't make it more, like, less adult. They're just like, can you make it funnier? Which was their way of saying, yeah.
This isn't funny.
This sucks. This is a Disney property now, bitch.
From what I understand, Disney was, like, talking to the writers and was like, all right, I just make it Bad News Bears, but with hockey.
Well, he was actually a big fan of that as a kid. Like, that was his whole identity, is, like, Bad News Bears, and, like... apparently people like he was reminded, like a lot of people were reminded of a character from that movie when they like his personality.
This movie is 100% Bad News Bears on ice.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
But then Little Giants is Bad News Bears, but for football.
Yeah.
Like, all these movies were copy and paste in their own way. This one
Right.
just happened to be the one that kind of
stuck.
blew up for a lot of people.
Yeah, a sleeper hit of $50 million domestically
Yeah.
too, because like I know they said like first week it was like 5 million they made, and then the next week they had made an additional 7 million, which surprised the hell out of them. Some of the names though that auditioned or were in mind for Gordon Bombay though are pretty interesting. One of the names, well, for starters, Stephen Amell was like, "Oh, I wrote this part for me," and Disney was like, "Yeah, about that. You see, we need somebody with bankability."
Yeah, we need somebody that'll draw people to watch the movie. Because who wants to watch a movie with that guy who's kind of a character in the Adam Sandler movie and a bunch of teenagers or preteens?
And he does get a role in the movie though. He plays the lawyer that he's always up against.
Yeah,
so that's his big claim. But some of the names though, to give you an idea, Disney was like, "Hey, how about Bill Murray?"
Yes, and then they said Bill Murray is too old to play a young hotshot lawyer. Imagine Bill Murray at like 45 or whatever at the time, being like 30-0. They can't beat me, and it's like 30-0. How long you been a fucking lawyer, bro?
Right?
How many cases have you tried?
Did you just get into the field?
Like
what is going on?
Or you were too busy hunting ghosts until a few years ago?
Right. The other one they threw out. Well, how about Charlie Sheen?
Yeah, Emilio Estevez's brother.
Yeah.
So that was an option. But honestly, I think Emilio Estevez is a better thing. But granted, I've also been watching Major League a lot lately, and I can only see Charlie Sheen as Wild Man.
Yeah.
Or is that what it is?
Wild Thing. Is it Wild Thing?
Wild Thing. Yeah, Wild Thing.
I know he comes out to Wild Thing. I've watched Major League a whole lot, to be honest.
It holds up a little bit, but it doesn't hold up great.
There was another name too.
This scene, we have it on in the background.
Yeah.
This scene before the first game, where they're like crossing over each other.
Yeah.
If you don't hear it as the movie and you put like some shitty like High School Musical type music over top, you wouldn't. It would be so on brand, and it makes me think of the. The bad lip readings videos.
Yeah.
It makes me think of the one where it's High School Musical and they're doing like the get into the game or whatever the hell the song is, and he's like, basketball, my bouncy ball, and it's so cringy.
That's funny. Could you imagine like somebody redid that for this?
Oh, it'd be amazing. This scene. So here's what's wild to me. So Bombay shows up to the Hawks arena. It says like there's a big banner that says home of the Hawks.
Yeah.
They got all their victory banners, and he has no idea what team they're playing.
Nope.
You only played for this team for like, I don't know, 5 years or something. Your worst memory of your life is you losing a tied game by not scoring. That sports does not sports here.
No.
And you didn't know what team you were playing?
No. I mean, to be fair, it's the middle of the season. He doesn't know the schedule. Or maybe he just didn't memorize the schedule.
But if I pulled up to where I used to play.
True. Is it the individual arenas, though? Do they each have...
Oh, this one does because it's the Hawks.
Oh,
arena, home of the Hawks.
Fair. Okay, so I found it. I was
But
cruising for the list.
Team, that's insane.
Right.
That's like a college level fucking...
Minnesota. Hockey is king, brother.
Yeah.
But so some of the other names that were intended to play Gordon Bombay are who they wanted to ask. Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Tom Hanks
as well. Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have loved that, honestly.
I
love Michael J. Fox.
I couldn't even see Tom Cruise playing Gordon Bombay.
I couldn't see Tom Cruise playing Gordon Bombay either.
Tom Hanks, yeah, I don't know how old he was in like 92, but like I feel like even then he looks old. Like he doesn't look like the hotshot lawyer.
He looked old and big, and he was only like 24 or something.
That's true. So he just got that old face. Emilio is best choice. But yeah, let's just dive into it now. So we got a little bit of that. I'll talk about this other point later. But we first meet. No, we see the flashback of like the final game of the season, and like Coach Riley being like, it's on you, son.
Yeah.
Now remember, if you miss this, you're not letting your team down. You're letting me down.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh man, what a lot of pressure. And then what does he do? Misses the goal. Hits the I was the cross. Is it the crossbar? See, I watched a little bit of hockey. I don't know shit about hockey in a sense.
I feel like that's the close enough to the right term.
Yeah. So he misses it. They have to go into overtime, and they somehow still lose.
Yeah, which a tied game and you don't score does not mean you lose. You don't lose points.
No, they didn't. Well, they didn't lose then, but they went in overtime and lost.
Yeah,
but he feels like they
wouldn't have went into overtime if he would have scored.
If he would have scored, and like it's on my fault we lost, even though you had
but
a whole
no, it's their
overtime.
team's fault because you lost. Everyone lost because yeah.
And then because of that moment, he becomes a hotshot lawyer who hasn't lost a case.
That hasn't lost a case.
But I also love how non-specific they are about what the case is. Like in that first, I mean, I know it's a kids movie and they're not really important, but it's still funny how they kind of dance around what the whatever the proceeding is. Then he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm citing blah 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 for this," and it's like everyone's like, "Wow, Gordon, you're really shysty. What are you, a lawyer?" I feel like essentially it's like, "Why are you doing your job?" It's so funny. But and then after that, he's like, "Yeah, I'm 30-0." They're like, "What about that one time though?" He's like, "I don't count that. Why? Because I scored with the stenographer or whatever it was." It's like, wow, all right, cool. So you've only lost one case, which should be reflective of how many championships the Hawks won versus how they lost. Well, one they lost. And then in a Disney movie, which I'm shocked, they wouldn't get away with that today, in this day and age.
The drinking and driving
of this hotshot lawyer blaring alternative rock music. I don't even know what the song was, but and then he's like, what do you want? Do you want blood, urine, or I forgot what the other one. He's no thanks, I'm full. And it's like, sir, what are you doing in your off time then? Yeah. What are we implying here?
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been a lot. Now, if Charlie Sheen would have been delivering that line,
it would have been a different situation.
It would have been a whole different situation. It'd been in hindsight, they'd have been like, wow, we knew all along. Because, when he lost his mind in 2005 and the whole winning came about.
And the tiger blood.
Yeah, it's tiger blood. Now I'm trying to picture that in my head. Just Gordon Bombay, just all the memes.
Tiger blood?
Tiger blood. And then, of course, he gets caught with that. And they're like, oh, you're going to have a suspended license or whatever. And he's like, how about a plea bargain? The dude's like, no plea bargain for you. You got to win, Gordon. And then, of course, his boss, Mr. Duckworth, was like, I talked to the judge. We'll give you a community service, suspended license, and you got to take a break. He's like, what? They can't do that. He's like, no, I'm doing that. Because, Gordon, you need to learn teamwork, even though, I mean, I get you have a team of lawyers.
Yeah. You got to learn teamwork so you don't drink and drive.
Yeah. And be a better lawyer, even though you're pretty much doing your job. You're winning.
Yeah.
But and then of course he's made to coach a hockey team, youth hockey, for very poor District 5.
Which is possibly the shittiest thing for the kids.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a DUI. You're a shit fucking human being, apparently.
Yeah.
We want you to go coach a hockey team. And I'm sure it's because Mr. Ducksworth, which is way too fucking on the note of a name.
Right.
Is I know you used to play hockey, peewee hockey, this, that, and the next. So this would be a good community service thing for you. But that's not how it works. You go pick up trash on the side of the road. Or you I don't know, put books back at the library or some shit.
Do something like that. Yeah. No, not I doubt especially with his charge, I doubt they'd be like, oh yeah, totally fine. Drinking and let's have them hang out with kids and coach them. And I love how we
what could go wrong?
Right? What could go wrong? I love how we get introduced to the kids though. They're trying to lure a dog to shit.
Yeah, so they can put it in a purse. And prank a total stranger.
Right? Yep. I like how the stranger is also just happily drive down the road and just happens to see, oh wow, there's a purse on the side of the road.
What would you do if you were casually driving through the city and you saw a purse with $1 hanging out?
Right? I have to stop, brother. That's free money. And it's and then he it's pooping there, and then he finds out, and then he's like, "What?" Tries to chase the kids down. So funny.
Yeah. In a very Three Stooges Benny Hill situation.
Yeah, with the sped up footage. I think did they even play the
It was
the
pretty
generic,
much that, yeah.
that same high speed music that they do. And then he rolled like when he goes to the ice, he's like, "Where's this rink at? Oh, look for the one that says personal hell." I love that, like, he goes out to they're on the outdoor rink, and he's like, "Drive on the ice." And dude's like, "What?" Just do it. And then the kids.
Do it. What's the worst that can happen? The ice breaks and then
Right.
we kill ourselves
Kill the
and a
kid.
bunch of children.
So not only are you going down for drunk driving, now you're gonna go down for manslaughter.
Yeah.
When I don't know, 12 counts at this point. I don't know how many kids. But And we talked about it, like the kids all jump in and like Averman farts in the
Yeah. Or Goldberg farts.
Goldberg, say Averman. Yeah, no, I'm getting my points twisted there. But so they do on that, and the mom's like he's like, "Yeah, drive around, just get him out." I like how the driver Lewis was like, "Boss, you want me to kill one of them to set an example?" It's like, "Sir, what are we doing?" What are we doing here? We're threatening murder here.
Yeah, why not?
I know it was funny, but like the mom. Then we meet Charlie's mom.
Yeah, is that Connie Conway?
Yeah, I think so. Sounds about right.
Right.
We'll go with it.
I could be wrong because now I got regular Connie confused with the mom.
Yeah.
Casey Conway.
Casey. Oh. And she's like, "Now, sir, how do you know this could have been dangerous?" She's, "I just know. I lived on the ice."
Yeah.
Like, Gordon, how many limos have you driven on the ice, sir?
I be driving limos on the ice all the time.
Right?
People are always like, "Kayden, get that limo off the ice." And I'm like, "Don't tell me how to live my life,
bro.
You don't know me."
But these kids all ragtag. They're all looking, punky and stuff, because it's like, I guess this poor, District 5 is like the poor part of town, which to my understanding, because again, I grew up in Louisiana, I vaguely got into hockey in my adult years. I was a Blackhawks fan when they were actually winning championships.
Fair.
They're not winning so much anymore, and Taze is no longer the captain, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But where was I going with before I went off that tangent? Hockey is sort of a rich person's sport, if I'm not mistaken, just for how much all that
Hockey's an
stuff.
expensive sport. So I was, like I said, I was a goalie and a forward throughout different times.
Yeah.
So I had my goalie gear was expensive as shit, and we were poor as hell.
Yeah.
I remember at first my mom took me to play it against sports, and instead of the goalie chest protector, all they had was like a little league baseball one, and she's like, "That'll do for now." And I'm like,
"Okay,
what?
Hardcore."
So my gear was very reminiscent of Goldberg's shit. I remember one year I asked my mom for real pads because I had shitty leftover.
I want to be a real boy,
right? For Christmas, I was like, "Can I get real goalie pads?" Because it was whatever
makeshift
boo boo shit. I don't even think they matched. Neither of my gloves didn't match anything. And I was like, "Can't you just find a goalie kit online?" And I finally got half decent pads when I was little, but or when I was playing at 14 or 15, but oh man. Yeah. Hockey is an expensive sport, especially goaltending. As a goalie, it's an expensive sport. But good gloves, expensive as shit. Skates, regardless of whether they're rollerblades or ice skates, still fucking expensive as shit.
Yeah.
I think my helmet was for a kid's helmet was $95, and this is in 2000.
Bruh.
And then you got to buy the cage separately.
Could you imagine the inflation now trying to buy one of those things?
Well, and it's I have to do this with my son who plays Little League.
Yeah.
And it's his most recent bat was for travel ball was $400.
Brother.
Bat. Just one bat.
Just one bat. Jesus.
And he's got he plays third and he pitches, so he needs 2 different gloves. And those are each about $250 a piece.
Jeez.
Then cleats. We can't have generic cleats because, we'll get roasted by the other kids. So
you gotta have the pristine.
they're $75, $100 fucking cleats. This kid's bat bag has probably got $1,200 worth of shit in it at any given point. And I'm just all right, cool. Yeah, my mom was buying me $15 generic fucking catcher's gear.
I played basketball in a church or a Catholic school league, so we didn't have to spend that much. We played.
No,
we played
shoes.
1 year,
That's it,
right?
Shoes and a ball. That's all you need,
right? We played 1 year in like an AAU league, and that was interesting, a fun time. Or no, I think I was like some sort of YMCA league where like these kids have like been together since they were like toddlers and like it was wild. But so these kids had like the kids on the ice had ragtag like makeshift gear.
Yeah, Goldberg at one point has magazines taped to his legs.
Yeah,
and like and then like he says some line where he's like, why do I want to block the puck with my body? Like, are you all stupid? Like, that's gonna hurt. And it's like, well, yeah, of course it's gonna hurt. You've got a fucking issue of WWF magazine taped around your knee. Of course it's gonna hurt.
And then like their first game is against the Hawks. His first game coaching, he's like, of all the teams, it's got to be the Hawks. It's like, brother, didn't you check your schedule before like walking in the door?
Don't they give you that paper when it starts? Like, what's the deal here?
I just love how Riley knew who he was too. Gordon Bombay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got a kid in the team or something? No, sir. A community service.
And is it Lane Smith? Is that what his name is? That plays him, Lane something.
Lane Smith.
Lane Smith.
Terrific actor. I've seen him in a lot of stuff.
To bring it all the way back to Dean Cain.
Yes,
that's Perry from
Lois and Clark.
Lois and Clark.
Hell yeah, brother. But here, he's the Coach Riley, which is funny to me. Like thinking about this, like he's been doing this since like the early '70s as a coach.
Yeah,
because Bombay was in '72.
Yeah,
so like brother, like. He's like, why are you coaching them? You have a kid on the team? Brother, do you have a kid on the team?
Right.
What, do you have grandkids on this team or something? Why are you coaching this specific team all the time?
To me, it feels like the Hawks are a travel ball team and parents are paying to get their kids on this team.
Yeah.
That are using little league or like pee-wee hockey as extra ring time.
Right.
Because they do that in little league baseball too. But like as a feeder program. So that's why when you have kids that are like on these like travel ball teams and they play harder and they work harder and they've been doing it so much longer, they crush these little league kids. And I think that's what happens here.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. Yeah, because one of the kids is not even supposed to be in the district he's playing in. Ooh.
Well, they redraw the districts, which is kind of funny because isn't that what's happening in Texas?
Yeah.
Right now, like they're trying to make, redraw the districts. But
try to gain political favor. Yeah. But one of the big characters, or one of the main characters throughout this franchise, Charlie Conway, played by Joshua Johnson. We could have seen a way. Joshua Jackson. Excuse me.
Joshua Johnson is that guy from Tampa Bay Pro Wrestling.
Oh yeah, we don't talk about that. Yeah, we don't talk about that. Joshua Jackson. Excuse me. Let me put some respect on his name. Put some respect
on Dawson's name.
From Dawson Creek. No, he's not even Dawson. He's
who is he? Lacey.
Pacey. Is it Pacey Witter. Yeah.
What a name.
Right? So he almost got played by Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. And Jake Gyllenhaal's parents were like, we just can't do that.
We can't do that. And another name that almost was up for it was Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Which, by the time Romeo and Juliet comes out, I don't think he was going to come back for D3.
No. No.
Sir, I'm about to be in Titanic. I can't be bothered to go play in high school.
Hockey, high school hockey. Or...
I'm about to go see, what's her name? Who plays Rose?
Oh, Claire. The fuck is her name?
It doesn't matter. Well, anyway, I'm about to see this lady naked. I'm not about to come play hockey, but nonetheless, they play the Hawks and like they lose badly,
17-0.
Right? And he's like, "Hey, you didn't run the score high enough. You got to beat these kids into submission."
Yeah. If you why win if you can't win big or something like that?
Why win if you can't win big?
Which is like the most illogical shit. Like. A win is still a win, regardless if it's by 1 point or 20 points.
Watching this now, Coach Reed or Coach Riley reminds me of the father of a child at my school in elementary school, because like he has a son, he wanted to play basketball, and like he had like a personal trainer, and like they pretty much we had to have 2 teams because there were so many boys, and like of course he picked his whole team of all his kids' friends. And like one year, like other parents got pissed, and they were like, "All right, fine, we'll give you the one black kid my son doesn't like on our team."
Oh Jesus!
Because he was the only one too, and like, but they were hardcore about it. They were so hardcore about him playing like basketball because they thought he was going to be a basketball star. They held him back in high school for to be a 2-year senior, to have him be more eligible or to have better chance to develop to go to college.
Oh Jesus!
And last time I heard, he's working as just a schlub at a plant, which is a typical Louisiana thing to do.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's like, how'd that work out for you guys? You held your son back for 5 years, but yeah, it's so funny how hardcore these teams are. Well, this guy for Pee Wee hockey, it's like we got to be the best of the best of the best. And again, that's just, I guess that's parents and or some people are just hardcore.
Yeah.
About it. I love how Gordon Bombay is trying to like do the whole win, and the kids are like, well, what are we doing here?
I don't know. Hopefully after the game. I don't know. Whenever works for me, dude.
Yeah, then like Averman doing the whole goalie.
Yeah,
He's like,
better. Hey.
He's like, there is no batter here. Is there any kid that stands out in this early part of the movie? That you recall?
Oh God, what's his name? Hall. I think Hall.
Jesse?
Yeah, Jesse Hall.
Yeah.
Because he's like, he does that, he roasts the shit out of Gordon right out the gate. And he's like, I'm going to pull your eyes out and use them as hockey pucks.
This is my hood. We don't want your drugs here.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. It's like, what are you doing here, dude? Yeah, he's one of the only ones, because I was thinking about it. I was trying to think, like, this will definitely come up the next time when we come for D2. But yeah, they don't really have I've realized the kids don't have a whole lot of like character moments in this movie.
Other than like, I mean, Charlie, you get Charlie's story in this.
Charlie is desperately trying to get a daddy.
Yeah.
Like that is his whole arc.
It's like, hey, coach, what are your thoughts on my mom?
Right?
She
Pretty
is
much.
very single. Look at her, pretty, very pretty.
Because I remember the diner scene, he was all like, hey, like, she's got really great qualities for to be a girlfriend. He was like, I know, Charlie. Just like,
yeah.
And he's like, oh, you're come home for dinner. Oh wait, how about, I got homework. So like, why don't you guys go out?
Yeah.
Like that is the big arc of like, I just want a father. And even the mom is like, look, I don't know about this because like I have a son and he's gonna be there tomorrow. And like I've just dated a lot of douchebag guys who are like, I like you, but not the kid. And he's like, well, do I got to sign that in the first date? Which is true. It's like, man, we just came out here. Like, why are you pressing me on this? But yeah, it's more Gordon's story when I think about it more.
Yeah.
It's just him like being a better person. Because like, yeah, even then later in the movie when like Ducksworth is like, no, I'm good friends with Coach Riley here, and we want that boy back on the team because they're
trying to get Banks back.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, he's playing for the wrong team because he's supposed to be for District 5 considering where he lives, and the league was like, yeah, we agree, and then they're like, oh, we talked to the league and like, it's fine. He can go join stay on the team because my son's friends are Hawks. So it's just like, man, do you just live on the outskirts of like where this shitty part of town is? Like you live in that one street that's like kind of nice.
Yeah.
As opposed to like the others.
Well, what's goofy to me is like, maybe this wasn't a thing in the 90s, but like we have waivers. So like my kid could play anywhere in Pinellas.
Yeah.
Like if we wanted to play like St. Pete Little League, you could do that. So like, I don't know if that like the districts per se were really a thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just like a 2025 thing, but like
maybe. Like divided by certain parts of the neighborhood or certain parts of Minneapolis. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, like it's funny too that they're in black, they're all mean, nasty.
Yeah.
Even though Banks is like, come on guys, don't be mean.
Yeah.
Kind of see. But yeah, no, Charlie, there's Charlie. I mean, Jesse's got some good moments. Averman is doing that annoying thing with that voice. He almost does like the Pauly Shore, I call it. The whole, with the whole he's go Kunmeister and like he's doing that the whole time. And it's funny, like Connie was like one of the taller kids in the team at that point.
Yeah.
And the actress, she's like, yeah, it was funny because like I was one of the taller, bigger kids, so I just got to push everybody around in pads.
Yeah.
And they were like, she's like, I can't do anything because I'm a tall girl and you're tiny.
There's I saw or heard somewhere that they had a big no bullying policy on the set.
Yeah.
And the kid who plays Banks wasn't originally the kid who played Banks.
Yeah, he's supposed to play one of the goons for Bang, or one of the other two
kids. So they moved him up because they booted a kid for bullying.
Yeah,
he's bullying everyone too much. So he got dropped from the film, and they picked they moved the other kid up to play Banks.
Yeah, the producer said that the kid's mom thought her son was like Marlon Brando with how good his acting was. Like he's a serious, super dramatic actor. Yeah, because he was bullying everybody, and like apparently they had to like have several like meetings throughout the week. They're like, "Hey, look, we're not going to mention names, but you know who you are. Like, we're not going to tolerate any bullshit.
Yeah,
we're just going to send you home." And sure enough, he just kept poking, and it's like, now you're out of job. I wonder where that kid. I wonder where that kid is now. Like, do you think he's like out there being like, son of a bitch? I could have been a duck.
Yeah, I was gonna be in Mighty Ducks. It's no big deal. Like he's like saying it like it's like something that actually happened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna beat him in the first game real bad too. No big
You think
deal.
he goes to Comic-Cons and like almost Adam Banks?
Almost Adam Banks.
He's got like an 8x10 of like he found like the one shot that leaked online of his performance and sells it. Oh yeah, I was Adam Banks. No, you're not Adam Banks. Well, I mean, I was until they fired me for that idiot.
This scene reminds me that most of the kids who got hired for this movie lied and said they knew how to skate.
Yeah.
So when they all showed up, they had to go into like a hockey boot camp to learn how to play and learn how to skate.
Yeah, that was another thing too. Like the producer was like, "Yeah, we had to have an acting boot camp for the kids who could skate but couldn't act."
Yeah.
And then the vice versa. And then like in that scene, we get introduced to Fulton Reed.
I love Fulton Reed. He's like my favorite big dumb jock.
Yeah.
And then fast forward to now, and he's in the Daredevil show.
Yeah, Foggy, which is so. That was the biggest. I will say that was the biggest disconnect for me watching Daredevil, because it's like I know he's Fulton Reed. I'm just like, man, what happened to you? Like you were like, I remember you was like this intimidating figure, and now you're like the schlubby lawyer guy with like red hair. And he's also the real life brother of the character of Guy.
Yeah.
Guy Germain.
Guy Germain.
Who is his...
it's the most Canadian name.
Right.
I kept trying to remember what his character's name was.
Yeah.
And I was like, I kept wanting to go to Lou Garou, which is the guy who... The name of the character from Wolf Cop.
Yeah.
Which is also the French word for werewolf.
That's funny. You just want to call him that.
So I keep accidentally calling him
All
Lou Garou.
things lead back to Wolf Cop.
Everything leads back to Wolf Cop for me.
But the funny thing about that is Garrett Ratliff Henson is brothers with Eldon Henson, but he had to go by Eldon Ratliff professionally because they were trying to hide the fact. Well, initially they were like, he auditioned for the role, and producers were like, we don't see him as a bully.
Yeah.
As like the big brute guy. We need somebody like maybe a Minnesota kid who's like legit tough.
Yeah.
It's like the producer and the right director. I think Stephen Brill. They really flew him out there, dyed his hair, gave him a fake scar, and like
and then redid the whole scene.
Did a whole wardrobe.
Send it to Disney, and Disney goes, "Yeah, no, that's what we're talking about.
That's the guy
we're
looking
for. Kid we want." And they go, "It's the same fucking kid."
Yeah, it's the same kid, but we're taking him. All right, fine. Yeah, great. You're convinced us. Tremendous. It's just funny. Like when you see pictures of him now, like as adults, it's like, oh yeah, I could kind of see it when his hair isn't dyed black. Like, oh, it makes sense. But yeah, these kids, they suck so bad. They lose their first game with him. What does he do for the next game or for the practice?
Teaches them how to
cheat.
Yes.
So funny. Take a dive. And then he's like, yeah, you gotta make it look convincing. And then like in the next game, he's having him trying to cheat, and like, the ref is like, yeah, knock it off. And like you see the parents in the stands being like, oh, that's blatant cheating. Tries to get Charlie. He's like, Charlie, that kid's bigger than you. Cover your eye.
Yeah.
And like Charlie's like, no, man, I want to win for real. I want to play good hockey. And he's just like, you need to listen to me and tell when cheat when I tell you to. And of course, the Hall's dads, that's plural. There's one dad. The dad's like, this is what I pay my overtime for. I'm taking my kids home.
I lost my overtime pay for this to watch my kids pretend to fall, to take dives. This is bullshit.
It takes them and leaves. Funny enough. All right. So Jesse Hall is played by Brandon Quinton Adams, who apparently was a prankster on set.
Okay.
One of the times where they were doing ADR, apparently, and like there was a whole film stack.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, hey, reshoots, and he threw all the
like three rolls of the
film
trash
away. And apparently that's one of the more tamer stories I could tell about him.
Yeah,
apparently
yeah.
they were
talking about that at like a Comic-Con thing where they had like a batch of them, including Goldberg, who looked like he had just came out of rehab.
Probably accurate. I saw another podcast. They're like, well, the host was like really, really fat. He was like, so how'd you lose weight? I'm trying to lose weight myself. He's like, well, I've found this unique weight loss drug called crystal meth. Yeah. He's like, have you been paying attention, sir? Yeah. For those of you who may not know, Sean Weiss. I think his name's Sean Weiss. Yeah, Sean Weiss. He had a drug problem later on. He's clean now, as far as I know, sober. Yeah. Doing the con circuit. But yeah, no. His brother though, Terry Hall, is played by Jussie Smollett, which is funny. Or if you read the Mighty Ducks trivia on IMDb, one of the facts is like, much like Gordon Bombay, Jussie Smollett had to do community service.
Shit.
And I'll let you go, Google that yourself to figure out why Jussie Smollett had to do community service.
Oh Lord.
But what's funny about that? So he's in the movie. He's got a brother. Never seen again after this film.
Yeah. There's like a few characters that like,
but it's funny because Jesse is in the whole trilogy, but like they don't mention his brother after again. Like, his dad's. I mean, the parents aren't really shown, but yeah. Another funny thing, he tries to teach him to cheat, and like, this old. I think are they German? Hans.
I think so.
Hans is there.
No, he's from Iceland. I think because he says something about Icelandic when he's trimming the skates.
He's some European. I don't know. I'm American.
What's wild about this is like they show you the front of the building, and the building is fucking huge.
Right.
And then they show his little tiny like thing that looks like a abandoned tiny bar.
Right.
He's got a little back area where he's like that's like a closet where he's trimming the skates and sharpening skates, and I'm just like, where's the rest of the fucking building?
Right. The layout doesn't make sense to what the establishing shot is. And it's crazy. And he's like, who is that man out there yelling at kids?
Yeah.
You used to have a pride for the game. He's like, yeah, I know I could have been somebody. He's like, no, Gordon, you loved the game. That's why you would play for hours and skate.
Oh, this line right here where he goes, you had 198, you scored 198 goals that season. How many fucking games are in the season?
Right.
Like Little League Baseball is like 12 games.
Right. How many? Yeah, it's Pee Wee hockey. Like, I don't know. They shouldn't have that many games.
I mean,
12 at the most.
Let's say there's 25. That's almost 8 goals a game.
Right.
That's fucking ludicrous, and I'm sure it's less than that.
Yeah. So he's just like this. He was just such a stud at Pee Wee hockey that he's just scored 198 goals.
198 goals. Okay.
Right. And it's like, like Hans. It's so funny. Hans, like, you gotta teach the kids how to play. Teach them to fly.
Yeah.
And that's when he's like, all right, I'm gonna teach you guys the basics. And as you do with any hockey training, you give them eggs.
Yeah, the eggs. I do that in all sports. There's an egg montage.
In my pro wrestling training, Jay was like, if you can drop an elbow without cracking the egg, you can drop an elbow for real, brother.
Anybody, yeah. If you can clothesline this egg, without breaking it.
Yeah, you could be a pro wrestler.
You could be a pro wrestler. Yeah,
it's so funny how like in this series, but in this movie specifically, his coaching, he doesn't really coach. He just has him play these wacky games.
Yeah,
and that's gonna lead him to.
That's like the '90s thing for for training. Everything is like they took the wax on, wax off method for everything, and they're like, oh, okay, look, you don't need to be able to score against other people. You need to be able to backflip over a garbage can.
Right.
Like, what? Why? Or pick up the trash is actually one of them in this one.
Just do it. No, that's the second one, I think.
Oh, is it pick up the trash in the second one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's just so funny. Like all that. And like they rely on like tricks in order to win. Like Fulton Reed with his slap shot with how insane that is, especially for a child. Like, what is his parents feeding him? Is he on a high dose of HGH and horse tranquilizers, buddy?
Yeah.
Because like, where did that come from? But with Hans, he's like, remember the game. Remember how you skate for hours, and then we get that montage of him like skating around in dark and laying in the snow. And little him's like, hey, Dad. And it's like, you don't know this, son, but I'm going to die soon. Yeah. It's just like, I mean, he doesn't say that, but it's so funny. He's like, I'm so proud of you, son. You skated around on the ice. But, so they do that, and like, yeah, I like what's the roster size you think they have for these? Because like they just keep picking up kids. Because they just find 2 random kids before a practice. Like, hey, kids, you want to join the team?
Yeah.
And that was like Danny Tamborelli.
Yeah.
From Adventures of Pete and Pete. His name is Tommy, and his sister is named Tammy.
Tommy and Tammy.
That's so funny. Like, wow. I mean, I can't say much because I dated a girl whose like entire family, every girl is named. Well, actually, no, every kid, their name starts with an L. Like everybody in their family for like 5 generations had some sort of L name. I know, right?
People are like, oh, all my kids have the same initials. I'm like, ew, why?
Yeah, right? It's just like, stop that.
Or they all rhyme or something. And it's like, oh, cool. Braden, Praden, Jaden, and Layden. Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's fun. It's that same Comic-Con interview, Danny Tamborelli was like really upset they didn't invite him back for like the rest of the series.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, man, I was around. Like, I could have been in D2.
Could have done stuff. Was doing things.
I mean, Pete just got canceled. Like, come on, what am I going to do?
I got
time.
But I'm surprised he's not doing anything. Like, I would like to see Danny Tamborelli in some really dog shit horror movies, like the way Patton Oswalt does dog shit horror movies.
He'll be in my Pete and Pete reboot. I'll just reboot that, and it'll be like, we'll make it more Twin Peaks though.
Okay. I would like to do a Pete and Pete remake, but with Jay Uso as one of the Petes, and it's Yeetin' Pete.
All right. That'd be tremendous.
Tremendous.
All right. So wait, yeah. Does Danny even have lines in this movie? I mean, he's got a few. I think
he has like.
What do you do about hockey? And like his sister knocks movies, like, or she's like, "What do I know about hockey?" And she like checks him to the ground. I was like, yeah, like I'm thinking about it. Like, there's not a whole lot of big character moments for the kids in this movie.
No, it's just a couple of one-liners and funny characters. It's hard to like find a favorite character that isn't that, because the only people who really have like character arcs in this movie are Gordon, Charlie's mom, I guess.
Yeah.
Banks.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I love the insult cake eater.
Cake eater.
Because I thought it was fake. I was like, this is some idiot writer, but apparently that's actually a legitimate Minnesota insult, especially in that area. Because like I think it was like they said, it's Edina where the kid lives, or like he's in that rich hoity-toity part, and like that's what they are, because like it's the riff off the whole have your cake and eat it too.
Oh, okay.
That's how rich these people are. So that's why. So that's apparently a legitimate thing. So it's just so funny. But like thinking about it now, I was like, man, that's just some bad '90s kid insult line.
I love that. So this week,
that's another arc too. Jesse has an arc because he goes from hating Banks for just being a hawk to being like, man, you're my friend because you're on my team. Because I see they're bullying you too.
It's like a mini arc within the story.
That's like that's the D plot.
The like those weird colloquialisms and the way that like the weird like sayings and stuff of the times.
Yeah.
I this week's episode of Half Dead, I do Jennifer's Body, and some of the lines in that movie are like, I'm like, that's not how anyone ever talked.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Diablo Cody has a certain style, and I think it only worked well in Juno. And like, she's a one-trick pony. Sorry, don't be offended, Diablo.
She's hilarious, though.
She's funny, but it's just like, I don't know. I feel like it was lightning in a bottle, that film.
That one blew up, but
yeah, unnatural dialogue that's just like, come on.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like, there's a scene, and maybe it's just like odd to me, but like the two main characters, one of them's like, "What's up, Vagisil?" and the other one's like, I don't know, whatever the yeast infection medication is. She calls her the other one Monostat or something like that. And I remember being like, nobody talks like that.
That's actually reminded me of my high school band nickname. I will tell you that off air because it's just
improper.
Yeah, that too, and like it spoils. Like I have to explain. I would have to explain it a little more, and I'm not using the shoot name, brother. But anyway, yeah. So like the other weird arc in this film is Duckworth himself. Because like he goes from being like, Gordon, you need to be a team player, you need to learn how ethics and stuff, right? To like middle of the film, he's like, Gordon's like, hey, coach, or not coach, hey, boss, we need funds to get kids proper uniforms, and like they need a team name. And he's like, how much is it? $15,000. Oh no, that's too much. it's like, sir, I feel like you're probably a super successful law firm.
Yeah.
Especially that too. But yeah, like, sir, you want to talk about teamwork and ethics and now like 15 grand? You wanted me to do this. So like, why are you not chipping in, sir? And like, we don't even name the team after you. That's the funnier thing. The team is named after him. I wonder what the law firm name is, because I don't think they mention it, but his last name is Ducksworth.
Yeah, I mean, Ducksworth in Bombay sounds like, I don't know.
Well, I know Gordon Bombay was he was named after brandy Jennings, like actual whiskey or like some alcohol.
Oh yeah. Bombay is a type of gin, I think. Yeah,
The Gordon's as well. It's a different one, but like as far as I've read, I'm not a drinker myself, but yeah, it's just funny that he's named after alcohol. And yeah, even when they're going shopping though, that's funny. I didn't realize, or I forgot, that Good Vibrations was the song in this movie, which makes me remember and laugh that Marky Mark was a rapper before he became a super serious actor.
Yeah,
who never once mentioned the fact that he was Marky Mark.
Yeah. I always call him Marky Mark. I'll be like, did you see that new Marky Mark movie?
Right? Good Vibrations is all I hear whenever time I see him. Just good vibrations. But yeah, no. What else is there just that stands out in this movie that we can discuss? We've mentioned the eggs.
Yep.
I love how, like, though the mixed messaging in this film too, like, you gotta have fun, kids, but also winning is important.
Yeah.
At the same time. Especially this, because he's like, oh, just have fun, but it's like, we really want to win. Which, I get it. I mean, why else? I mean, you want to play the game, but like, I don't know. Yeah, Gordon does have that mixed messaging in this film.
Do you think that the Hawks coach did this egg thing with his kids?
Probably not. Maybe so. Yeah, well, the one time he's like, see, this is what failures do. We want to be winners. You think he just randomly had NHL coaches just come in and like seminars all the time or some shit?
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they were like, all right, let's like, I'm sure they had players actually come in. I mean, and we haven't touched on this yet, but this movie led to Disney buying an NHL team and creating the Mighty Ducks.
That is wacky. That is wacky too to think about. Like, I mean, this movie was a surprise success. Everyone thought it wasn't going to do well. Like, Emilio Estevez in interviews has said that he's shocked with how popular this movie's become, or this whole franchise.
Yeah,
because he thought, all right, it's going to be the one movie I do for
abuse.
I was going to do for my the one movie I was going to do for my kids, because they can't see any like Young Guns and my other stuff and vulgarity. So like, let's do a kids movie. But yeah, speaking, the movie's on the background, like Goldberg was strapped. That's one of the training methods. They strapped Goldberg to the goal to get him to not be afraid of getting hit. Which is pretty much child abuse.
Yeah, I mean, at least in this case, he has legitimate gear on, and he doesn't have like Sports Illustrated from 2 years ago taped
attached to him. That's another funny thing. Like, dude, speaking of like, this is the 90s, and like, you know what? In the 90s, you say that in 2025, you say that's child abuse. In 1992, that's just toughening up a kid. That's just training, brother. Like some of the jokes, like we said earlier, like the whole drunk driving, they wouldn't say that in a Disney movie today.
Yeah, no.
They make the joke that the one of the Viking, not the Vikings, the Hawks kids is like, oh, where's your mom? She's probably with the mailman, like inferring that he's paying the mailman. Yeah. And like the kids are like finding Sports Illustrated magazines, the swimsuit ones. Like, oh, look, somebody from Minnesota. Look, it's your mom. Yeah. Just like some of that humor. Yeah. It's like you wouldn't get away with that today in the 90s. Or today. Not today. It's not the 90s. I wish it was, though.
Sometimes. So Goldberg wasn't originally called Goldberg. They wanted him to be like from Alaska, and his name was going to be Atuk or Untuk or something like that. Yeah. So that line where they're like, "Who are you?" and he goes, "I'm Goldberg, the goalie." It was, "I'm Untuk, the goalie."
Yeah, that does not have the ring to it.
The rhythm.
How about we just make me Jewish? That sounds like a better idea.
That sounds like a better thing. Yeah.
See, speaking of that, that's the funnier thing for me, because when Bill Goldberg debuted, I like how I pulled the Bret Hart, the Bill Goldberg.
Yeah,
that's all I think about was like, oh, Mighty Ducks,
Bill Goldberg.
William Goldberg.
This one's Greg Goldberg.
Greg Goldberg.
Greg Goldie Goldberg.
I didn't realize. All right, so I didn't realize his name was Greg until I started watching D2. I was waiting for Kayden to show up. I just started watching it, and like halfway through, they're like, Greg Goldberg. I'm like, I didn't realize he had I mean, I knew he had a first name, but like they never mentioned it.
But yeah.
Like, Greg? I mean, that makes sense. What,
I mean, what would you have named him? Like,
Octoop Goldberg. He's got two last names. But yeah, so like, the hockey itself is unrealistic too in this film. But I get it because, it's the 90s and like Americans don't watch hockey. Like, that's not the sport. I mean, maybe up in the upper northeast coast type of thing, but like, because like the Flying V is an impractical, almost borderline illegal move.
Yeah,
it's an illegal move too, because like the first I've trying to read it up on it, like the first person in the Flying V would automatically get them off sides because like the puck is in the back.
Yeah,
and the puck has to cross before the rest of the team does, or it's off sides. But yeah, super impractical, and like I've read that like some teams have tried some sort of random variation of the Flying V to be more in tune to hockey itself. But yeah, just to get kids to watch. I guess gotta entertain them because I don't know the rules of hockey. Hell, when I started watching hockey, I barely know half the rules. Any other fun things that we I found this really fun fact on a video on YouTube about this movie. So in Australia and some European countries, this movie is called Champions.
Yep.
The sequel is called The Mighty Ducks.
Yes, and then D3 is called
D3.
D3, which makes it very confusing.
Right? Because I was watching this Australian creator. He's like, I was very confused when I heard people referring to this movie as The Mighty Ducks, because to him it's Champions, which is like so funny because I know at the end of the movie, well, in some versions of the movie, at the end of the movie, Queen, We Are the Champions plays. Yeah. But I don't think it plays on the Disney Plus version at all.
Really?
No.
Well, I mean, so obviously, like, a lot of these things that happen, this is a thing that happened with Scrubs, is that streaming wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
And so they gave the rights to the song for theatrical release and home video.
Even DVD versions don't have it either, which is funny.
Because it may have been for VHS.
Right. They didn't get specific in the contract.
Yeah. So with it not being in the rules or being in the contract, they technically would be like have to redo the contract. And I'm sure it's going to cost a whole lot more money to get We Are the Champions in 2025 than it is to get We Are the Champions in 1992.
Right?
So,
yeah. Yeah. So how do we feel about, though, the uniforms in this film?
I love this Duck jersey.
Yeah.
It looks like a low-grade college jersey. It's not... Like, I love the Ducks logo of the team, the NHL team.
Yeah.
That one that looks like the cartoon series.
Yeah. That's a funny thing. Let's dive into that real quick. So that's a funnier thing. This movie, like we're talking about the movie, like it spawned off a hockey team. It also spawned an animated series called The Mighty Ducks.
So went 2 seasons, I think.
Yes. However, it is not about kids playing hockey.
No.
It is about anamorphic ducks from a duck world.
From an alien planet.
From an alien planet where it's ducks, and they get transported here, I guess.
To play hockey.
Yeah. And also superheroes.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. I loved the show as a kid. I watched it. I was like, oh, this is great. But it's like, why? How do we jump so far?
I don't think they could have made an animated series out of this Mighty Ducks.
No.
Right? It wouldn't have played. They could have made a TV show out of this, like, but what a hell of action.
What a hell of a brand not a reinvention. I guess a reinvention in a sense for animated.
I guess. Yeah.
For the name Mighty Ducks. I mean, I guess if it's a team of superheroes, Mighty Ducks, cool. But it's just so funny.
Everything was like superheroes coming from Disney at the time. It was like it was what are they called? I'm having a brain fart.
I don't know. Disney Sports?
Gargoyles. And stuff like that were all like going really huge. And they were like, well, let's just use this branding.
Yeah.
And like it had great toys.
Absolutely.
I remember the toys. I had Duke L'Orange. He was like my favorite of them.
Yeah.
And I had no idea that Duke L'Orange was a French orange duck recipe. So I just thought he had a cool name. But yeah, it's like a way they would I don't know. It's just like a fun name choice for it. So,
but back to the uniforms, real quick. Back to the uniforms, though. But so what you're about to say? Sorry, I just got really excited when you mentioned the show because it's just like, it's ridiculous.
I don't remember what I was saying about the uniforms, but
you liked it because it was college.
Yeah, it gives like a college feel, but it also like it doesn't look like a major professional team. If they, and then in 2 and in 3 they wear the Ducks jersey of the NHL team, right?
Because Stephen Brill and them, like the producers, wanted them to use the actual like design from the original movie, and the CEO at the time, whose name escapes me, he was like, "No, we're not gonna use that for our legitimate hockey team. We want like a legitimate hockey jersey." And they're like, "Oh, okay." But yeah, like for this though, I don't know. I don't have the fondness for it as the other one because I watched D2 a shit ton, but yeah, it's fun. The color scheme, it's more hockey centric than the later versions of the uniforms. Michael Eisner is the dude's name.
Mike Eisner, yeah. So Mike Eisner was pushing hard for a kids hockey movie, and I guess he pushed so hard that they also had that movie about America beating Russia in the Olympics.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it was called, but
the Miracle something.
Miracle. Yeah,
I know. I watched it once.
Some shit. Yeah,
Miracle on Ice. Yeah, where Kurt Russell plays the coach. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
or
Miracle. Maybe it's just called Miracle.
Maybe. It's not that good of a movie. I don't remember it. Sorry, guys. But yeah, no, the movie. I like how this movie also treats concussions just like funny gags.
Yeah,
because like Karp here, who the kid actor was also in Heavyweights. It's so funny. Goldberg and him were in Heavyweights.
Oh my god, he's in that interview with Goldberg
Aaron
and
Schwartz,
and he is fucking jacked now.
Right?
It took me forever to realize which character he was.
When I was watching it, I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" I was like, "Who is this yoked motherfucker here?"
Yeah.
And like, I looked him up, and it's like Aaron Schwartz, who was also in Heavyweights, and I'm like, "What?"
Mm-hmm.
That's hysterical, and it's like, yeah, it was just so random. It was just like, well, that's wild. It's funny. Good for him though. He looks good. I looked at his age too. He's 41, and he
looks 26.
Yeah, no, he doesn't look 41 at all. It's like, dude found the fountain of youth.
I mean, like I said, I was 9 when this movie came out, which is like the same age as Danny. What's his face? Tamarelli. Yeah. At the time, so like this movie was cool as shit to me. I could have been on the Mighty Ducks.
You should have been a Mighty Duck.
Maybe I should start telling people I was a Mighty Duck. The way that I like tell people at Comic Cons that I voiced Tum Tum in Three Ninjas, the animated series.
Yeah. I used to joke. I joked with somebody once. They're like, "Why do you look familiar?" That's because I'm in Twilight. She's like, "Really?" I'm like, "No, it's not in Twilight."
Yeah, I was in Twilight for like. I was in, the science class part.
Yeah, I had a bit role in Beverly Hills 90210, Baby Number 6. But I also love in this movie, in this fictional world of Disney's Minnesota, is that the Pee Wee hockey teams get like front page news essentially, and like their hockey equivalent. Not like major league stuff, not the Minnesota Stars or whatever they were at the time. I think it was Minnesota Stars. Yeah, it's the Pee Wee hockey team.
Wasn't it the Dallas Stars?
No, they moved in the mid 90s after this movie came out. And then like some other team became like something Hurricanes. I forgot what other team, but like some team moved from where else and went to like some other random like southern city that shouldn't have a hockey team.
Yeah,
and it was funny too because hockey wasn't necessarily that big. I don't think. Well, I mean, it was big in at least in America. Like I know when Wayne Gretzky was like playing and like came down to like Minnesota or Sacramento, it kind of became like a big thing ish in America. that Baton Rouge had a farm league hockey team called the Kingfish.
Okay.
It was so funny. They came to my school once. Like they signed like their little programs, and like we got to go to a game, and they're terrible. They were always terrible.
Yeah.
Anytime we go, it was so funny. It was like they never win really. But yeah, it's just so funny, like hockey and like just the Mighty Ducks itself just like spawned like a hockey. It spawned a fucking hockey team.
Yeah. And it wasn't like Disney bought like the Edmonton Oilers and was like, now they're the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. They were like, just start from scratch. We got a whole new thing.
Well, it was even funnier too because like the NHL approached Disney a couple times. So like, hey, you want to get a hockey team? You guys have a big brand. They're like, no, we don't want to do hockey.
Yeah.
And then like Michael Eisner was like, well, we got this Mighty Ducks thing, and like, all right, it was fun. Let's make a hockey team. But all right. So these kids though, another thing that's stuck in my mind. It just popped up in my head. So these kids in this entire movie are like sarcastic little brats, right? They're like mischievous and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So like, why is it that they don't pick up when Gordon Bombay and Coach Riley is being, he's like, yeah, these kids suck. They don't deserve to live. How do they not pick up that his Tony's being sarcastic?
Maybe because they're 9 and like slightly oblivious to sarcasm, but like doesn't he say later in this movie?
But Jesse Hall is the one who hears him, and Jesse's the first one to be like, this is my block, we don't want your drugs here.
And like
I don't know, but
he even says in the movie, he goes, do you guys know what sarcasm is?
Yeah, and
later on like, yeah, no, or whatever.
So he's like, so you do, it's like, so like, yeah, like that was such a random manufactured little moment to be like, we don't ride with you. And that's another funny thing too about his character, his brother, and the other kid whose name I don't remember at all. I tried to keep. I think his name is it Bobby? Do you know the little kid in the leather jacket?
Oh no, I don't remember.
Little Italian name. I just know they're called the Oreo line.
Yeah.
It first started as an insult because the Viking kid, or no, Viking. I keep thinking of D2.
The Hawks kid.
The Hawks kid was like, "Oh, what is this, an Oreo?" And they're like, "Hey, man."
They get all pissed off, and it's like, yeah, but like that's kind of racist, dog.
Yeah, it is racist.
It's racist,
but it's so bad. That's again in the 90s. You get away with that in the 90s. Subtle racism because look, it's a white kid standing in the middle of 2 black kids. Oreo. But they took it so much that he started calling them the Oreo line because when they do a change up, he goes he's an Oreo line, and they come and he's like blah blah blah, gives them the play. It's so funny. But yeah, no, Jussie Smollett doesn't have any lines really in this movie, I don't think.
No.
So I feel like it's easy to cut him because like. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. See, that's the funny thing about this movie. There's nothing. It's so funny how this movie spawned such a successful franchise and hockey team and stuff.
Yeah.
But like thinking about it now, like I'm like, there's not a whole lot of like standout moments, I don't think.
Okay.
In this movie, I could be wrong. I mean, there's some good character moments, but like I don't think nothing that rises to like what we'll talk about next time.
You mean like compared to 2?
Yeah, with how like they got like certain like bits, like character bits for each. Well, like I don't want to get too much into that one, even though I was watching it right before you got here, and like I was enthralled. I was just like, you know what, this is a good movie. But as Garden by Bay story, it's yeah.
I mean, we had to kind of create a base for it, and I don't know if they were planning on 3 movies here, but from what I understand, they did great in theaters, but they did even better in at home
video
movies, right?
Yeah, dude,
and that's where it really blew up.
That's so funny when you think about that now, because like you're not going to have movies like that anymore in this day and age.
No,
like
nobody's
VHS,
buying DVDs.
Yeah, no one's renting. There's no Blockbuster.
No,
anything, because like the home video market is like made a lot of movies popular, like Blade Runner, Mighty Ducks. And stuff like that. It's just,
Well, and now it's like, they'll say this movie's streamed, like 20 million times this year or something, or it'll be like the most watched on Netflix. But it's like, how do we compare those numbers? Because you already have a subscription.
Right.
Right? You weren't going to Blockbuster, and it wasn't like... It wasn't like, hey, welcome to Blockbuster. Thanks for paying $20. Rent whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, they kept track of that, and they would say it's the most rented movie, or Blockbuster can't keep it in stock with 50 copies on the shelves at every store or whatever. Like, but I remember my mom buying this on DVD on VHS, me opening it up and being like,
yeah, if your mom would have bought you a DVD at that time, you'd be like, "What the fuck is this?
What the
It's
fuck
a CD,
is this,
mom.
a CD?"
Your mom's a time traveler,
Right?
Mama Green.
Like, what is this? What is this? A floppy disk? Yeah. But no, like I said, I got this for Christmas on VHS and wore it the fuck out. It's such a good movie. You know what I almost picked up the other day? Like, I tend to do, I like going to antique malls.
Yeah.
And like, that's how I have almost the whole Casper, like
pumpkin
jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah.
And now I have a second one of Casper.
Oh, that's awesome.
I had to buy it because it had the tag on it still. But I almost bought a sealed copy of Casper, but they wanted way too much for it.
How much?
They wanted like $40 for it, and it's like $12 on eBay shipped.
That's wow.
I was like,
Crazy.
I almost bought it, but I was like, no. Now I kind of want this whole trilogy sealed on VHS.
That'd be awesome. Get the whole cast to sign it.
Yeah.
See, all right, so yeah, like with the character moments, Charlie meeting Bombay in the diner, or like they're in the diner, and he's like, I'm gonna step down because like you don't need me as a coach, guys. Because the whole, the kids, skip out on the next game because he's like, well, you said we didn't deserve to live and we were losers. Like, he's crying. Apparently that was also, the production set it up to where that scene was going to be the last scene of the entire shoot. And so those tears were actually like legitimate because like it was their last day, scene.
And like it took them like 6 months to make this movie, so it was more than just like a 4-week period of them being all together or whatever.
Which is apparently that was also unusual at that time too for movies, unless it was an big action movie.
Yeah,
because like 6 weeks, they're like, man, that's really because you gotta learn how to skate and do all that stuff.
Well, it's like in a lot of these movies I dig into lately, it'll be like this movie was shot in 21 days, or something like that. What was it that I watched the other? Halloween. The original Halloween was shot in like 20 days, and scored in 3, and like it's crazy to me because I'm like, wow, 20. Like they also wrote the movie in 2 weeks, so it's like they wrote Halloween 78 in 2 weeks, and it makes you wonder like how long did it take for them to rewrite this movie, and it took 6 months to fucking tape or to record it.
Yeah, that is great. And like the funnier one of the little other tidbits for this movie, the kissing scene that Emilio Estevez and the mother, Heidi Kling, their lips got stuck together because
because it was like the coldest day in Michigan or Minnesota or whatever.
It's like it was like minus 50 or something like that.
Yeah.
As even funnier, Joshua Jackson was like, I'm from Vancouver. So like, New York is kind of colder than Vancouver, but not really. But like Minnesota is like ridiculously cold.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's coming from a Canadian. And he's like, people live here. And he's like, only Scandinavians would like decide to like move here and be like, oh yeah, we'll set up shop in this place. We're like, who would want to live there?
I wrestled in Minnesota once. 3 times in one weekend.
Did you purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka?
I should have. It wasn't on my list.
Oh,
we didn't have a lot of time. But we wrestled for First Wrestling, and they're having like an event, and they were like, guys, it's really hot out, so we need everyone to get hydrated. There's like Pedialyte, this, that, and the next. It was like 74 degrees.
Brother,
I'm in jeans and a fucking hoodie looking around like, is this a work, brother? It's like in the middle of the summer, and I'm like, what? And they're like, you guys got to stay hydrated. It's like, just make sure you drink a lot of fluids. And I'm like, do you know the fucking barn I just wrestled in 2 weeks ago for Tampa Pro? Literally someone passed out from dehydration. Like,
right.
Like you remember when we were at the Big Top flea market?
Yeah. I passed out there. I didn't pass out. I got it like heat exhaustion.
Yeah, it was the same week that Nova passed out.
Oh, great.
And like a bunch of people were getting like super lightheaded. And I was like, I'm walking around like the water fucking police because like someone's got to be a locker room leader. Yeah. And so we go up to Minnesota like a few weeks later to wrestle, and it's like 74 degrees out.
Brother.
And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? My nips are poking through my fucking wrestling top. What are you talking about? It's hot out.
Brother, you wouldn't make that in Florida.
Like, and I'm like, Eric Cannon is the like runs the whole thing. I'm like, Cannon, you've been down to Tampa. You've been down to Florida. What are you talking about? It's hot over here.
Yeah, I love also the funny insult that Amelia or Gordon Bombay does to his boss. Oh, yes, Mr. Duckworth. Thank you, Mr. Duckworth. Quack, 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 Mr. Duckworth. So funny. Stop that quacking, Gordon. That's the funnier thing. He wants his boss wanted him to learn teamwork and learn how to be a good person. And he loses his job over fucking pee-wee hockey because his college buddy is pissed off that he narked to the league and took his best player.
Yeah.
Who also got injured in like the last game. And like I like how he hits the goalpost and like he's got to get stretchered out, which is funnier because he's got to get a stretcher job, and Carp gets like, "Are you okay? How many fingers am I holding up?" He doesn't know how to count. And it's just like this kid probably has a grade 3 concussion because there's a big old dent in his like fucking helmet.
Yeah. I love this Bart Simpson-esque moment of
I will
not quack at the principal in cursive. It's like every bit of the Bart Simpson beginning of the Simpsons scene.
That is a stand-up moment because it's funny because when like Gordon shows up, I need to see my students, and the principal's like really angry in her face. She's like, all of them? He's like, these are all yours? She's like, yeah, what happened? That's funny. Did you really quack at the principal?
Yeah.
What is the meaning of that? All right, that's a good moment too. The whole quack, quack,
yeah.
Quack. Like, all right, we're together, guys. It's great how that worked out.
What's his face? The little Italian kid.
Yeah.
His handwriting is fucking awful. Everyone else is doing like phenomenal like cursive, which obviously doesn't exist anymore.
No.
But this kid's handwriting is like makes mine look good.
Hey, he's Italiano. What you want? Also, I like how Goldberg said, "Oh yeah, I'm your goalie for the time being because I'm going to move back to Philadelphia." And I don't think he ever moves back.
Moved back to
never goes back.
He's like anyone else who's from Philly or New York. They're like, yeah, New York's so great. Philly's the best.
Yeah.
You never want to leave Philly. Why the fuck did you leave Philly?
Right.
I'll be back one day. I love Philly. You never know about Philly. Philly's so good. Bryce Harper.
All right. So I forgot to mention this earlier, but we were talking about Fulton Reed and how like the brother of Guy, the guy who played Averman actually auditioned for Fulton.
What?
Yeah. Because he was apparently like one of the taller kids that like in like the casting, and he tried out for that, and they're like, "Oh, how about you try Averman on for size?"
Yeah.
And like he was like, "All right, fine." Put on glasses and did that whole shtick.
Yeah.
Which is so funny. I can't picture. Yeah, I can't. Looking at him, like even without the glasses, I can't look at him and think, "Oh yeah, he's like the big mean, like street kid who's like the enforcer of the hockey team." And then Adam Banks gets some cut. You love that in your sports movies too, like oh we're a ragtag group, and then we get that one special kid, and that special kid always gets hurt.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Yeah,
it's always funny, and like he gets hurt. He gets hurt in the first movie, and has that little rivalry. All right, shifting gears. If you were to recast this movie, if you had to reboot it,
okay,
who would be your Gordon Bombay?
Oh, right now?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
I'll go with. I'll let you think about it. I'll go with mine because I had this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
John Hamm.
Okay.
I feel like John Hamm, because he was great as Don Draper. I mean, have you seen Mad Men?
I watched like one season of it, I think.
Yeah, you know how smug he is at that. I feel like he would be great as like that first like the hot shot lawyer.
It would be a good choice.
Or like he could be, or we could we'll revamp the background. We'll make it where he's an ex ex-NHL player who turns into a lawyer because of an injury. We'll do the reverse, Gordon, instead of him going, because like John Hamm's a little on the older side.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir, but you're still a bomb. But yeah, so he'd be like this disgruntled lawyer type, and like we'll make it dark and gritty. That's why it's like he'll have the alcohol problem for sure. You know, that'd be fun. Yeah, it's a non-Disney. It'll be the Hulu version of the Mighty Ducks, and like John Hamm snorting lines off of hookers. Let's just go full bore dark comedy, black comedy. He's like like the dark brood, and then he'll become lighthearted Bombay at the end. Yeah,
it's got to work its way to it. I don't know. I'd probably do like what's his name? Chris Pratt?
Chris Pratt. Okay.
Like Star-Lord?
Yeah. No, I see it. I can see the vision.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a fun one to go with.
I feel like I feel like he'd be a hockey guy too.
Yeah. Well, not to go back to Jennifer's Body, but he's in Jennifer's Body and he plays.
Is he really? Wait, what?
Yeah. He's a very small character in it.
I forgot. Okay. That's probably why I was like, what?
He's like this guy who's in cop school and he hooks up with Jennifer once in a while. But like he's got that Minnesota voice in it. And so like it wouldn't be terribly far off.
You know who'd be my Hans in that version? Christoph Waltz.
Okay.
I feel like Christoph Waltz would be a good Hans.
I love Christoph Waltz. So
I mean, it'd be funny. It'd be different to see him not play a villain.
It's like I think for most people, like Christoph Waltz, the first time you saw him was Inglourious Bastards, right?
Yeah.
And it's like that guy's the best Nazi ever. And like, it sucks to be like, to say that, but like he's so charismatic, charismatic, fucking good. And I can't tell you how many times I've said that's a bingo.
That's a bingo, yeah. Oh, all right. So wait, I gotta go back because like it just popped up on the TV, and like so, and I just we haven't thought about it, but okay. So Gordon Bombay was so devastated by his Pee-wee loss, right, that he quit. But this random hockey player from the Minnesota Stars remembers him. And was like, oh man, he was such the greatest Pee-wee hockey player ever. If you ever want a shot at the majors, I'll help you get into the farm league. And it's like, he hasn't played since Pee-wee's.
Yeah.
So you expect this man to be able to
just pick it right
back up just because he coaches hockey for Pee-wee now?
I skateboarded in my youth, but no one is asking me to go to the X Games tomorrow.
Like next week, Kayden Greene is going to pick up some scrappy little kid on the side of the road to teach him how to skateboard. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, Kayden, I remember you in the half pipe back in the day in St. Pete. If you ever want to go, you have to go to the X Games.
If you ever want to go to the X Games, let me know. Dude, I'm 42.
You know what? I'm gonna make that indie film. I'm gonna write the indie film where that happens.
It's bad. You just take the whole premise of Bad News Bears, but it's teaching one kid how to skateboard.
Yep.
And I'm played by Bam Margera.
No, it'll be the stunt double. We'll play you. We'll go with metal. We'll have you play yourself.
Okay.
And then we'll just have some young 20-something with a full head of hair playing doing the skate part. Yeah. Kayden's Grind. There we go. That's the name of the movie. Directed by David Duchovny.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad he's switching to the directorial role.
Yeah, he was. It could be a cool art house film.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, I think that's about wraps up our Mighty Ducks. We've covered we've hit all the bases.
Oh, what were your thoughts, or did you watch Mighty Ducks spinoff series?
We had the TV show Game Changers. I never got to see it.
So I watched like a few episodes of it, and it's got like the lady from Gilmore Girls in it.
Yeah.
But
do not like her, so I think it's probably another reason why I was like,
that makes sense. But like Gordon Bombay is like basically reverts to his old ways, and he fucking hates hockey.
I knew that part of the premise.
And the Ducks have become like this like
the powerhouse team.
Yeah, and like it's like an elite team, right?
Yeah.
So like someone has to start a D5 essentially. But like it is every bit of, hey, can we do Cobra Kai? Yeah, but let's do it with hockey.
That's funny.
So like the original movie is Bad News Bears, but make it hockey. And then the follow-up series is Cobra Kai, but make it hockey.
I remember I know the kids cameoed at like towards the end.
A few of them, yeah. A few of them were in it, like
looking for District
Averman
5?
and,
yeah, like
I think it was like Averman, Fuller, Fulton, Connie, a few others. But I don't think Joshua Jackson signed on to do it.
No. He's busy.
Emilio's in it for like 2 episodes. Like,
oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, they made it seem like he was like a big part of the first season.
I'm pretty sure he was like half in it.
Yeah. But it's more so focused on the mom.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But like, obviously couldn't have been that good because they didn't keep going with it. I think it went 2 seasons.
Yeah, Joshua Jackson was probably too busy filming Dr. Odyssey and doing other, primetime television stuff to be on Game Changers. Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure they offered him a nice chunk of change for it because, like, I mean, other than Emilio, like those are the 2 faces you think of when you see this movie, right?
For sure.
And maybe Goldberg. I remember I was a Goldberg fan because I ended up being a goalie.
Yeah, he's a standout for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, as the face is Charlie Conway, Gordon Bombay. Because I mean, yeah, like you can't have a Mighty Ducks movie without Emilio Estevez or a TV show, really.
Yeah,
I know he's not in the 2nd season, but that was like a combination of what he said, creative differences and COVID. He had long COVID.
Oh,
and like he didn't want to get the jab because he's like, well, I'm suffering from long COVID. I'm not too sure how the vaccine would like affect me in that.
Oh, Jesus, fucking at home.
And
science.
he did make the statement. I am not anti-vax. I just wasn't certain about my health at the time with long COVID.
Crazy is like if there was like people you could talk to about your illness and how like vaccines or medication might affect them.
Lawyers.
I don't know what I would call them though.
Lawyers with brainworms.
Lawyers. Oh, that's what it is. Idiots with brainworms.
Maybe sushi chefs. I don't know. But yeah. Proctologist? No, I mean,
that sounds too butt related.
What's the word? I don't know. There's somebody will figure out the word.
I think it's called a doctor. You can ask a fucking doctor. That's what it is.
Jeez.
There it is.
There we go.
I knew there was a word
CTE,
for it. Yeah,
CTE. Sorry, guys.
Taking a couple of stiff bumps the wrong way.
Yeah. Instead, we have
a beautiful abyss, greatest abyss you've ever seen.
There we go. Beautiful abyss.
Beautiful abyss.
I'm playing the clip. It's funny because there's no speaker here, so you can't hear it.
So I can't hear it. You just have to do it. Play it in your own head.
Yeah, you'll have to hear it in your head, but the people listening will know. We'll hear it, and they'll.
I keep forgetting to send you the. It was a big fucking wolf cop sound.
I just want the. Who are you? The fuzz. I just want that as a sound. I don't know where I would use that in my clips.
Who the hell are you? The fuzz.
Well,
I can't wait to watch the second one.
I can't wait to watch D2 though.
That too. That's talking about Wolf Cop too.
I know, but that's the one I watch the most, and I can't wait to cover that one because, like I said, like I don't know, like all right. Actually, before we wrap up, and we're running long. I was not planning on this episode being super long. It's funny because we were doing Cliff Note version, or like just highlights, but. When you get talking, things happen, people. I'm sure you're enjoying it because it's the Mighty Ducks, and it's us reliving our childhood because I'm not old. I'm
not old. I just turned 30.
Yeah,
12 years ago.
I'm 25. Again,
25-ish.
Again. So on the New Bettany scale, what would you rank this movie?
For who? For Emilio?
For you, or in general?
In general.
It's just, when we get to 3, we'll do a ranking of that. But yeah, as far as actually, because I'm curious now, what is your rank for Emilio Estevez? Is this
I would say this is like kind of in the middle for him because he's got a lot of really great movies. This is one of the most memorable movies.
Yeah.
Also, this movie came out at the same time as another sports movie, same day as another sports movie. Do you know what movie that is?
No, I do not.
It's starring Tom Selleck.
Oh,
Does that help?
Yeah. Oh, the movie where he goes to Japan to play baseball.
Baseball.
Mr. Baseball. Yeah.
Which is very very racist.
Yeah. I know the tagline was the biggest thing to hit Japan since Godzilla.
Yeah. Just as racist as you think.
Yeah.
I wonder why that one didn't become the big sports movie of the year.
Oh, no. Just the one that mentions kids or Oreo line. But
Yeah.
that's
No,
fun.
just-
that's all fun.
Well, a lot less racist
That's a
than
lot
the
less
things they
yes.
probably said about Asian people in that
Yeah.
movie. So the scale is the athlete is the top of the list.
Yes. For those of you who are not aware, we are basing this on David Duchovny, the most greatest actor to ever live, and his body of work. Where it's a tier-based system, like everyone goes 1 through 10, but like the athlete, the Oscar winner, the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme of movies. Shadows at Night. It's a middle of the road movie. This is tripping art. No, that was River.
Art house.
Yeah, it was an art house film. River of Blood is bad. It's just terrible. Terrible
Just
movie.
sucks.
It was a money grab that he was just did.
He only did the movie for a payday.
Yeah.
I would say it does land between the athlete and Shadows at Night. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10 cake eaters, I'm gonna give it a 6.5 cake eaters.
All right. So is that for your just overall movie, or is that for your Emilio Estevez?
That's for overall.
Overall?
For Emilio, I think it probably lands around the same. Honestly, yeah.
You're a big Young Guns fan, aren't you?
No.
No.
I don't even remember Young Guns. Is that like Top Gun's sequel?
No, it's he plays Billy the Kid, and it's an old West movie where he's part of a ragtag
remember this
group of outlaws.
Okay.
Yeah. So this might be controversial for me, but I will rank this a high Shadows at Night.
Okay.
Just because again, I don't have the emotional attachment to this film as the other one. It's still a good movie. It's got a lot of heart. I understand why. I can understand why it became the phenomenon it did. Why this catapulted it. Because Gordon Bombay has good art. The kids got some funny stuff. The kids are fine. But yeah. So overall, it's Shadows at Night.
Yeah.
For me. And
So somewhere right in that middle.
Yeah, I'll give it a high Shadows at Night. It's teetering. It's the line
It's like a
teetering.
7 maybe.
Yeah, it's a high Shadows at Night. But the next time when we're together, and I think next time we'll have a certain someone returning from space.
Potentially.
I'm gonna just. He's supposed to come back. It's pretty soon, but I think I want him around for this because it'd be fun. Because I know he likes the Mighty Ducks as well, and
He's a sports guy now.
yeah.
Sports guy now.
Sports guy.
Because he's part of the big sports the big Banana Ball League.
Savannah Banana. I don't know what the league is called, but I know he's part of that.
Banana Ball is
it Banana Ball?
It's
Okay.
just called Banana Ball. Yeah.
It's where indie wrestlers go to get better paydays.
I was jokingly saying the other day, like the only way to make money as an indie wrestler is signing up for Slap Fight or joining the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah.
And it's like it's half true and half just like I don't know, like just comedy, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, it's kind of not wrong.
I mean, who better to make an ass of themselves than professional wrestlers?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing is like we'll do almost anything for a payday. And some of us will do almost anything for a $20 payday. So like
brother,
I would much rather get flown out and do something fucking silly.
Yeah.
All over the country.
I'll put on a hula skirt.
Right?
With that being said, Kayden Greene, where can the people find you?
Well, you can find me all over the internet at Music City KG. You can follow my podcast, Half Dead, a horror movie podcast through the eyes of a professional wrestler. It's every Friday at 9 a.m. on Spotify. This week, we're doing Jennifer's Body.
Hell yeah.
Phenomenal
Can't wait
movie.
for that. I'm going to listen for that.
It's a good one. It's shorter than I expected it to be. I write a script out for everything, but it's a little shorter than I expected it to be. But either way, you can follow me on all my social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Fortnite, at Music City KG. You can follow my podcast at Half Dead Pod on Instagram and Half Dead Podcast on Twitter. I'm trying to to get it all the same, but
Right.
eventually it will.
Eventually, it'll all even out. I don't know. I became Neek in there for a second, but whatever. You can follow the show, Vegas World Pod, on Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram. Go to the YouTube page. Follow us there. You can follow me at the JC Vega on all the social media platforms. You won't find me on Fortnite, but you can find me on ProWrestlingTees.com. Get yourself a Vegas World t-shirt. Support the podcast. Support your boy. Get yourself a JC Vega t-shirt. One says punk rock. The other says Rainbow Dash. Good night.
Oh, and
not
I
good
was
night.
going to say, make sure that you slap a slap shot puck right at that follow button and follow this
Yes.
podcast.
Follow this podcast, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Tell your friends. And when we come back for our next installment of the Mighty Ducks franchise, it'll be D2, the Mighty Ducks.
Or in Australia, the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah. And then after that,
I bet this is real confusing for
Right?
for Australians who are like, what are they talking about the team getting together? They've been together. It's the second movie. I don't know. I gave him a Canadian accent.
because
It didn't happen like that in Canada.
it's that one Canadian who lives in
Who
Australia.
lives in Australia? He's like,
It's the one Canadian who lives in Australia who identifies with Australia so much that it becomes his personality, but he still has.
but he still has the Canadian accent. He's like, I don't know. I think we're just gonna, throw around some boomerangs, maybe watch kangaroo fights. I don't know.
Say the dingo ate my baby in that.
And the dingo, he ate my baby.
And then-
Use that sound clip later. Yeah, and the dingo ate my baby.
I gotta save that one for sure. And then after that, I'll make another note. After we get done with our retrospective of the Mighty Ducks franchise, we're gonna go back to the 90s for our 90s watch along. But this one, not really, because it's Heat.
Yes.
Michael Mann movie. Can't wait to talk about that. It's a great movie. And I know some people are going to be shocked and be like, what? Do you mean JC Vega and Kayden Greene are be talking about an actual film, cinema, not a movie? We're going to be putting pinkies up and,
Yeah.
some fancy wine.
Heat's a sports movie, right? About basketball?
No, it's
a cop
should
movie?
Be. It's a crime drama.
Oh,
yeah.
it's about the
it's
right before the end of a wrestling match when you put a little heat on the guy.
yeah. That's exactly
That's right.
exactly
It's a
that.
wrestling
Exactly
movie.
that.
Who's in it? Hulkster?
Because you got a great ass, brother. No, the Macho Man in that movie. Ooh, yeah, there's a flip side of that coin. You dig it? Oh God! Now I'm gonna be. Goddamn, son, there's a flip side of that coin. I'm just gonna do the whole podcast doing I quote lines of doing Stone Cold's voice.
It's still just a mix of voices.
Because you got a great ass. What?
I'll tell you who doesn't have a great ass. Bill Goldberg.
We've fallen off the rails.
Way too off the rails. Well, we'll see you guys soon.
I can't even do the outro. All right.
This kid's fucking haircut.
With that, good
Look at that
night.
fucking weird mullet undercut shit.
And party
Yeah,
on.
party on, guys.